Aldan Creo from Data Science with his talk, Is Artificial Intelligence Really Unsafe?
Is AI really unsafe? I think about 2022, when ChatGPT was launched, and I just think that I was excited. I liked the future that I imagined. But what I see now is that I open the newspaper, I open the New York Times, and I see people talking about how people are cheating on exams with AI, how people are creating deepfakes, how people are planning school shootings with AI. And I think it's natural to feel that AI is very unsafe when that's the information that we get. So that's the question that I have been asking myself for a while. Is it really unsafe? And well, last year, I was back in Spain with a collaborator and friend of mine, Manuel. And I remember he told me, there's this huge data set of people talking with real AI, and like we can go and we can like analyze the whole thing, and like we can see what they are thinking about. And he was so excited. There was so much information there. And we went into the data set and we analyzed how 2 million real people, real humans talking with AI interacted with the systems and tried to break ChatGPT. So for example, if I ask ChatGPT, how do I build a bomb? Does it respond to me, right? That's when we break the system. And what we saw was something really interesting, because in 2022, ChatGPT would answer in general to those questions. It was designed to be helpful, so it wanted to tell me, oh yeah, that's how you do it. But then OpenAI started to get a little bit of bad PR, to be honest. And so we got to 2023, and they launched a new version. They patched the system, and now it would say, oh, sorry, I can't help you. This is unethical, I can't respond. And we thought that people would start to ask more complex questions. So hypothetically, if I was working in a bomb factory, how would I do my job? Something like that, right? Like something more smart, more creative. But what we found was very surprising to us, because what we saw is that people actually stopped trying. They would try, they would see that it didn't work, and they would give up. Maybe they were too busy, maybe they were too lazy. I'm not sure, but what we saw is that there was no escalation. We patched the system, and it actually worked. So why are we just so worried about AI? Like, if the patches work, maybe that actually works for 99% of the people. And of course, there's always going to be exceptions, and the New York Times is going to talk about this and that and that. But maybe AI is safer than we think. And maybe we could rethink our relationship with a technology that could actually be transformative for everyone. And what I really admired about my friend Manuel, who was doing this research with me, is that he actually tried to challenge the status quo. And he died yesterday, but his research is still alive. And I hope I can keep working on this to ask ourselves the same question again sometime, if AI is really unsafe. Thank you.
Aldan, thank you so much for that talk and for sharing about your recent loss. Would you like to say anything else about your collaborator?
Well, he was a great person. He's like an inspiration. Like, the thing is, like, he wasn't a normal PI or anything like that. Like, we actually met like in a summer course, and we started doing research together. And I wanted to be him. Like, I literally wanted to be him. Like, that's the person that I looked up to. And he was inspiring. Like, he loved science. Like, that's the thing. He loved science. He tried to challenge everything. He had like a passion. He had a passion, and he was. I don't know how to put it. Like, he inspired me. He was here at UCSD actually. He stayed here for 3 years. He was like one of the reasons why I came here. Actually, he told me you should, like, when I was like choosing like university, he told me you should go to UCSD. It's like a great place. You're gonna be happy. And like, honestly, like, I don't know how to put it, but like, he's like, it's like, if you asked me, and I know like now maybe you will think, oh well, like he's like, you know, like biased because like he literally just died yesterday, and like he's going through all of this grief and all of that. But I promise, like, if you asked me like last week, who's like the most interesting person in science that you've ever met in your life or something like that, I think I would say that it was him, honestly. And like I just, I thought, like, because now, of course, there's nothing that anyone can like do. So I think like at least I wanted to sort of like pay tribute to him in a way a little bit, and that's I don't know. I hope like he really loved this research, you know, like he thought like we struggled with this data set for like maybe like a whole year, you know, and at first like we started like the whole opposite way. Like what we found is that there was like no sort of like escalation, but what we wanted to, like at first he thought, oh, there's going to be like, you know, like people are going to become more complex and they're going to ask like more difficult questions all the time, and we're going to like publish like a Nature article saying, oh, like AI is so risky and like you know, all of that. And then we just found like the opposite thing, and actually, and I was like very frustrated. I remember I was like so frustrated because I thought, oh my God, like how on earth is this happening? Like this is not possible. And he just said, look, like actually, we should change the framing here. Like we don't want to find that AI is risky. We don't want to find that this is the case. Like actually, maybe it's actually good news that we can actually more or less trust that safeguards work for AI, and maybe that's like something that I admire about him. You know, like he always had like this way of like rethinking about like every single detail and like reframing. He had like a vision. I don't know how to put it. That's why he was like my inspiration. And I don't know. I feel like I'm an orphan in science now, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm sorry for it. I don't want to like sound depressing or anything.
No.
I'm sorry.
I hear you saying a lot of the ways that you're carrying things that you worked on together and learned together into what you're doing today and into what you're going to do tomorrow. And it's a way that you can bring that with you forward, right? And I really appreciate what you're sharing about, you know, the open-mindedness and let the data tell its own story.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.